Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Ahmad Bakti Aminuddin bersama rakan saya Muhammad Aiman bin Mat Khairi akan present case study. Okay, for the scenario, about 1.5 million patients who visit Kaisara Health Specialist Outpatient Clinic and Polyclinic from 1 January 2016 to 12 December 2021 have had their non-medical personal particular illegally accessed and copied. The data take include name, NRIC number, address, gender, race, and date of birth. Information of the outpatient dispense medicines of about 250,000 of these patients was also exfiltrated. The record with no temporary with, no record with omitted or delete. No one patient record, such as diagnosis, test result, or doctor notes, were breached. There is no evidence found of a similar breach in the other public healthcare IT system.
Introduction. A data breach, also known as data spill or data leak, is unauthorized access and retrieval of sensitive information by an individual, group, or software system. It is a cybersecurity mishap that happens when data, intentionally or unintentionally, falls into the wrong hands without the knowledge of the user or owner. Data breaches are partly the result of the rising availability of data due to the increase of digital products, which has put an overwhelming amount of information in the hands of businesses. While some of the information is not sensitive, a lot of it is proprietary and sensitive information about individuals and companies.
For the causes of the data breach, number one, exploiting system vulnerabilities. Out-of-date software can create a hole that allow an attacker to sneak malware onto a computer and steal the data. For number two, weak password. Weak and insecure user password are easier for hacker to guess, especially if a password contain whole world and phrases. For the number three, drive-by downloads. You could unintentionally download a virus or malware by simply visiting a compromised web page. A drive-by download will typically take advantage of a browser, application, and operating system that is out of date or has a security flaw. And lastly, target malware attacks. Attackers use spam and phishing email tactics to try to trick the user into revealing user credential, including malware attachment, or directing user to vulnerable websites.
Next is countermeasure. For the first step, we need to take action as soon as possible. If you see suspicious activity, contact the financial institution involved immediately. If your information was stolen in a data breach, let them know that as well. And next, use only secure URLs. Reputable sites begin with HTTPS and the S is key. This is especially important when entering credit card or other personal information. Next, implement high quality security software. Install and use a software suite that includes malware and virus protection. Always keep it up to date. And lastly, use an identity theft protection or credit monitoring service. The mess caused by a stolen identity could take months or even years to fix. Given the recent number of data breaches, it is important to consider identify theft protection or a credit monitoring service.
And lastly, for the conclusion, while data breaches have become common and even the biggest companies are not spread by them, we must make sure we take all precaution to keep our data safe and secure. It is important to understand that with greater connectivity, all data is at stake both for individual and for companies. This means that even as an individual, you need to understand the importance and of personal information and need to safeguard it against misuse. However, by remaining informed about your risk and taking preparatory action, you can minimize the chance of a breach. Focusing of catching incidents before they turn into breaches and learning from the mistake of other organization is excellent place to start. Thank you for that's for from our group. Thank you.